Okay, welcome back to the video. In this one we're going to sand and fill and neutralise some rust here and there. And question you may have is, do you know what you're doing? And the answer is no. So officially the bodywork has begun. I'm gonna fill these in, and I did notice though we have a previous repair done here, a rather big hole, but luckily, bar a tiny bit here, the rest of the bonnet is really nice, which is a good sign. This will be an easy repair for me. That shape is fairly simple. It's on a very easy part of the car to do. The rest of the car is mint. I mean, I know it looks ratty, but the bodywork is really sound. My panel gaps are not very good, I'll admit. I am not a body man. Again, my line of work is IT, not this, so you can see here it's not very good. And I mean, and back here and stuff, it's a little bit out, but I've essentially just manhandled it into shape. These are now very close to lining up, a little bit more manhandling, and we should be good. The valance is where it is. I'm gonna rejig a lot of this to fit and work. So there's a lot of work here. The weather is, well, the sun's gone in now. It was lovely earlier, so I'm gonna call it a day. Think about how to attack this. If you have any tips, let me know in the comments. And yeah. Okay, so I'm sanding the paint, and you can see it's just eating away at my pads. Alright, it's currently -2, as you can see. Very snowy. Just going to pull the car out and try and continue some body work. It's cold, but I'm bored. We're in the middle of another lockdown, so let's get cracking. Okay, so in order to finish off sanding the tailgate here, we need to remove the tailgate lock. Now, this is actually a bit of a difficult job if you don't have the right tool, but it can be made very, very easily with the correct tool. This here is a shallow 34mm socket, and it's made by it's made in Germany by this brand here, Elora. That's the part number. This fits perfectly on the nut behind this. So they're helpful tip if you're stuck trying to get that nut off. It's very hard access. This bit here, it's not cheap. It's about 7 or 8 quid, I think. Really makes the job simple. So you can see here just how difficult that nut is to get to. You have to have a really properly sized piece. But this, if I can get it just in there, makes easy work of it. Alright, so we're a bit of a difficult place here to continue, because taking this this glass out of the back of the tailgate is really, really difficult, because I believe this one's bonded in, and they're very easy to crack, especially when you're on your own. So I need a way of being able to get my sanding underneath this lip. So what I'm going to do is we're going to try something. You can see here the red paint of the car used to be red. Whoever painted it before me did not do a very good job. I can't paint either, so I might not be able to do anything better, but I think it's because they didn't take this out either. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and use some wire here, and I'm going to put the wire underneath the rubber, and that should give me enough of a lip to get my sanding in. I'll then remove the wire so I don't damage the rubber, and then when I come to painting the car, I'll reinstall its wire again so I can get the spray underneath. So let's just see how this works. Okay, so here we have one sanded tailgate. It took me near enough all day. Started to mask up as well. Please ignore the ladies. Didn't have any of the magazines to hand. And you see I lifted up the lip. There is a lip here. Not a big one, but it's enough to get sandpaper underneath and create a nice, get the paint back. I have blown through a few places, you can see. It's very easy to do with these sanders. Anyway, next step is to, I'm going to primer around the difficult to reach parts, and then I'm going to crack on getting all this done. There's going to be a bit of filling in a couple of these areas, I think. Or I might not bother because obviously there's a spoiler going on here, but we'll just see how much time I get. See my... Sorry, that's all gone, and there's a little bit of repair to do lower down here. See, it's gonna take some filler. Again, not very visible because the bumper goes over there, but I do need it fixing. So yeah, pretty boring. I know it's not very interesting, but I'm just gonna carry on and you know. Yeah. Okay, so here's where we are. You see I've got the basic shape there of the power bulge to reference. I've started by removing the biggest imperfections. So you see here the bonnet pins are now gone. There's a huge dent here which I'm working on. Another bonnet pin repair. There was a huge dent on this body line which I filled. There is still a dent here, you can see. I'll treat that next. Working down the side of the car. My scuttle repairs. You can see all this is brand new steel across here, and they've held up okay. I'm blending them in to the A-pillar and the rest of the scuttle. These doors are brilliant. These came off a car in 2001 and got stored in a garage for, well, I guess 15 years till I got them. They're brilliant, but of course they are the injection doors with the moulding strips, of which I'm removing. So you can see there's some damage here where I've been a bit too brazen with the cutting disc, and I need to tidy this up with some filler. So I'm going to have it bare sided. I love the look, kind of like the S style. And then here we have a repair to the rear arch, which I've had to fill a little bit because I've treated the rust, but it left some pitting, so I've just been really generous with the body filler to you know, get a nice... I like being really generous and then just sanding it all off. I mean, it makes a mess, but I like to have a bit more than I really need. Plus, you know, I'm new to all this, so there's a big dent here as well, right on the body line, which is annoying, but I'll try and fix that. And there was a dent here too. That all seems fine. Around the back, you can see we have the tailgate. There's a couple of imperfections here and there, but I'm just working on them. Next job for me is to remove these tailpipes. You'll see why in the next video. Also, it means that I'm not going to trip over them and knock them, and I can work around them. They're really close to the body, you see, so I want them off. This side I haven't even started yet. You can actually see where I stopped sanding. There's still some of the crap paint left. But it's really good this side, you know. The arches are good. There's a little bit you see here of of rust popping through, so I need to retreat that and fill. Again, the same doors on this side, really good doors. I mean, doors are so hard to find in this condition. Again, a pillar scuttle repair which needs blending, and again a new wing, aftermarket of course, that's why it doesn't fit right despite my best efforts. And there's a little dent here. So that's an overview. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it's going to take me forever. It's already taken me about 8 hours to get this far, so probably even longer actually. Anyway, let's do some more sanding and try and get that arch done today before I freeze to death.